Yo, what's up? It's your boy Sunrise. Back at you with some love and light. Happy day. Hope everybody's feeling lovely. So let's hop right in. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of love and union, and specifically the importance of Black love. So this video was actually a request because one of my friends was like, bro, you gotta do a video on Black love, because ever since you've been in this relationship, you always been righteous, but this love got you glowing. And I'm like, wow, that's powerful. And it helped me change my perspective, because I never really thought about that, like the growth that I was gaining from my union. So we're gonna hop right in. So first of all, let's talk about the importance of love and connecting with somebody. So as we're on this spiritual journey, we learn so much, and we go through so many different phases and so many different perceptions of how we want to live our life changes and upgrades. And one of them is in the relationship area. Like, how do we deal with each other? In the spiritual community, we do things a little bit different. You know what I mean? People are more open. People are more willing to try new labels. People are more willing to try new things. Yada, yada, yada. So I just think that while we're doing this and why we're like exploring and experimenting all this, just never forget the power of creating a union with another soul and generating love. You know what I mean? Like the actual love force energy, like the energy of the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine combining. Because if you can find a partner that you guys can be on the same page with, and you guys are truly like caring for each other, when you guys start to grow and interact and harmonize your energy by fornication, or it doesn't even have to be physical. What this does is it balances. I don't want to say balance, like you can't get balanced by yourself, but what it does is it helps the balance in your chakra system and your aura field, and then it amplifies your frequency because you're intentionally cycling love energy. Now, I'm talking, just so people don't get confused, I'm talking about when I say cycling love energy, I'm talking about on a physical and emotional supportive type of level. And by physical, I mean sex, and by emotional and supportive, I mean actually, caring for each other and expressing and sending that love back and forth to each other. You know what I mean? And when it's in a healthy way, on both ends, both partners, they get amplified and you start to glow. Now, on a physical level, when you are with a partner and you genuinely love them, and then on top of genuinely loving them, you have the knowledge of recycling your sexual energy and not just lusting over each other, because you can love somebody and just lust over each other, but when you learn how to like connect your heart place and your sex centers and then recycle the sexual energy, then you start to not only tap into that kundalini force and start to rise the kundalini, but you just start to begin to gain mastery over that sexual energy, which in tune will amplify your frequency and will have you glowing and radiating, and have you more creative, have you more just everything on a more amplified level. And it's very important that we remember that there is a lot of power in the joining of the man and the woman, or the masculine and feminine energy, because sometimes it doesn't matter your gender, but you may emit more of the opposite energy. The point is, the relationship has to be balanced. So sometimes, even if it's a guy and a girl, the guy could be emitting more feminine energy and the girl could be emitting more masculine energy. It doesn't really matter. The thing is that as long as y'all's energy are harmonizing and there's a perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy, because that's when it sparks. When there's a perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy, there has to be a perfect balance. Now, same thing if you're talking to like, uh, no, forget that. But anyways, now I wanted to speak on the importance of black love because being an African American, a brown person, or being in an African American body, or having brown skin, I know the importance of black love, the black family unit. You know what I mean? In America, it successfully dismantled the black family union decades ago with like the crack epidemic and all of this stuff. You know what I mean? So in the now and in the moment, it's very important that if you are a person of color, I don't want to tell you to like love a specific person because, you know, at the same time, you know, everybody is everybody. Energy happens organically. You could fall in love with anybody. I'm just saying that it's very important that we start to see that image more. At least if you're not, even if you're not, you know, dating someone of color and you're a person of color, it's very important to support that image and share that image. And if you see your friends who are black love, share that image because we have to change the narrative in our own community of being African Americans that love is cool, you know, because music is like telling you like the girls are saying fuck the guys and the guys are saying fuck the girls and like I'm independent and I don't need you and you. That's like you're going to create a whole bunch of imbalance and you're not by being selfish like that, you're not helping the community. Literally the family structure is what keeps the community strong. Back in the day when your grandparents bought houses and all of our grandparents bought houses, and if you're a little bit older when your mom and your dad bought houses back in the day, it's because they love was strong. You know what I mean? I mean, just listen to the music back in the 60s and 70s. Like these guys were talking about how they would do so much and go to such extent for their woman. Why do you think that's changed? Why do you think nowadays all we hear is like black people talking shit about the other gender? Like, so it's very important to not only remember that love, but if you're a person of color in the spiritual community, it's very important to exercise black love. You know what I mean? And maybe you're not even on a relationship level with it. Maybe it's just supporting your fellow peers in the other genders. You know what I mean? Giving love and light and support. But I just think it's very important that we do continue to create the image of black love because we got to see it. We see too much of black on black hate. And I don't even like saying black, like brown or like indigenous or melanated. You know what I mean? We need to keep that image up. Keep it up. Black love for the win. Now, if you're another race, listen. Y'all know me. Y'all know I don't really care about this race shit. But there are things we have to address because it is present in this reality. You know what I mean? So don't get offended and be like, well, all love, you know what I mean? I'm not, don't do that. We all family. We got to address where it needs to be. Energy has to go where it needs to go first. So yes, black love is very important. I want to see more and more images of black families, more and more images of fathers supporting their family and mothers supporting their family and them doing it together. You know, the crazy thing is, including myself, growing up, most of my friends and my cousins, their parents didn't live in the same house, including mine. You know what I mean? And it became normalized. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, like, why is that normal? Why is it normal to have, oh, let's go to your mom's house, let's go to your dad's house? How about before we pop out a seed, we harmonize with each other and see if we're compatible? And then when we pop out a seed, we raise it together if possible. Most likely we should because we need both energies to guide that new soul. So it's just like, in order to balance out the world and to balance out the communities, especially the melanated community, the black family structure has to be in place, and it has to be strong, and it is. And people are out here. I see them. I meet them. I know them. You too. But this is just reiteration of that. Happy Friday. You know me, I'm healing. We got a couple more days on a massage 50% off deal. Hit me up, all right? Peace and love and peace. I'll see y'all soon, okay?